Hi and welcome to a new episode of a Crafter's Tale podcast. My name is Nina and I'm coming to you from Småland in southern Sweden. First of all, happy 1st of May. Today is the 1st of May and that makes me really happy because May is my favorite month. Not only because my birthday is in May, but also because spring is really starting for real in May, in Sweden anyway. Because in March, in April, it's still really slow, and in May it all explodes. All the trees are turning green, and it's getting much warmer, and so I'm looking forward to that. I'm longing for warmer weather now and green trees and green grass and flowers. We had I have been in Germany in the beginning of April for 3 weeks, and yes, I came back to Sweden last week, I think 2 weeks ago. And in Germany it's a lot warmer, especially in the Alps. Hey. We have a dog visiting us this week. Our neighbor, she is visiting her grandchildren, and we're watching her dog Belle. She's living with us. That's really nice for Saga, having a dog in the house, and that's fun. What was I saying? I was in Germany, and it was much warmer there already because it's in southern Germany, and the trees were almost green there already. And then I came back to Sweden, and it was like nothing. Only some flowers in the forest, and but not much. And the weather was really chilly as well in April. There was some snow, and then was some rain again, and then some nice warm days. But it's typical April weather. So now I really hope that we get some warm May weather soon, and I'm longing for spring now. Yes, let's get started by telling you about what I am wearing, and I'll show you. So this is the Tulip sweater by Melody Hoffman, and it's knitted in nutiden yarn from Hörner och Eier. And as you can see, the original Tulip sweater doesn't have the increases made in yarn over. So I took this idea from someone, I don't know who started. I saw it on Instagram. Someone started to merge the Felix sweater and the Tulip sweater into one, and I thought it would look really nice, so I did it also. So you start the sweater up here, and then I made all the increases with yarn overs instead of normal increases, and I think it looks really nice. And then in the end you have the scalloped hemline. And what can I say about the sweater? I love the pattern. It's really great pattern by Melody. I think all of her patterns are really beautiful. She's a beautiful designer. And the yarn, what can I say? It's just a dream to knit with. I have lived in this sweater the last couple of weeks since I finished it. I think I knitted it in just a week, and when I was in Germany, and when I came back to Sweden, I blocked it and finished it. And yes, it's such a dream to knit with this yarn, to wear it and to smell it, the sheepy smell, and you can really feel that it's washed really, really carefully, and there's a lot of lanolin left in the yarn, and I love that about yarn. And this is the colorway Wildspor. Wildspor means wild tracks, if you see, wild tracks from animals. So that's the word Wildspor. And this color really spoke to me because, if you're a patron from Hannah Ayer, you can watch the podcast that Caroline is making, really beautiful podcast. And I became a patron, I think in February, and so she talks a lot about the making of course of nutiden yarn, and the inspiration behind each colorway. And the inspiration for this colorway Wildspor was that she was outside on a walk, and she saw there was snow on the ground, and she saw there was moss and blood, that probably a fox had catch something, maybe a hare or something, and there was the green and from the moss, and the white from the snow, and then the red from the blood. And she got that idea in her head to make a colorway from these 3 colors. So in this, I can show you maybe you can see it. So you see the red, and then there's green. You can actually see the green. So sometimes it pops out, but it's really, really subtle. And and then the base color is the white. So it actually looks more beige or gray, but there is only white wool, some red, and some green wool in this colorway. And something about this story, I don't know, it spoke to me, the wildness of this. I don't know, but I really liked it, and I wanted to have a sweater in a really in a natural color. So I thought this was perfect, and I love it. And yes, and because I'm a patron, patrons have they're always putting extra colorways, maybe not always, but sometimes they're making an extra colorway just for patrons. And it was this beautiful colorway called Vibeke. It was inspired by a good friend that helped them a lot in their process of creating nutiden yarn, and it's this beautiful purpley color. And then I also got a lucky charm bag. It's when they change color in the mill, at the color change, they get combinations of different colors, and it can look like this. So here we have different color changes, and then you get a bag with here's some more with different cakes of different colors, and these are all I think I've got all the colors from the previous collection, from the April collection. I think that was all. And I think I will knit some socks with it. There's a designer, Evil Knits, and she designed a sock pattern extra for the lucky charms. So if you thinking about becoming a patron. I think it's you can get so much inspiration from being a patron, and yeah, you get so much out of it. So, and it's really, yeah, it's really beautiful to follow the process and hear the stories behind every colorway, because Caroline, she's really thinking about everything, and she's thinking everything has a meaning in every colorway, and I think that's so beautiful. And yeah, I could tell you all the stories behind all the colorways, but it would take me an hour. So if you want to hear it, I suggest that you become a patron, and I think they're releasing new patron spots in summer sometimes, so I really can recommend it. It's really nice. Yes, so, and then I knitted something more in nutiden yarn. It's the Tulip Socks, or the first socks in the Whimsical Sock Society. And I don't know if they really call Tulip Socks, but it's the same scalloped, yeah, as in the tulip sweater. And in these I used one strand of silk mohair as well. And yeah, if you are, I have heard the question several times if it's not difficult to knit with unspun yarn, because as you can see, it breaks pretty easily. And I think it was not that much problem when knitting with 2 strands. It broke quite often, but you just have to overlap and then continue knitting, so it was no problem, I think. Right now I'm knitting something with 1 strand, and that's a little bit harder, I think, but it's a really good exercise if you are a knitter that knits really hard, because you have to relax your fingers. You're knitting in a completely different way. It's more relaxing because you have to be more relaxed in your fingers. And yeah, in the socks I had 1 strand of silk mohair, and that made it so much sturdy. I think the yarn broke maybe once or twice only, because the silk mohair is holding the yarn together. So if you are concerned, then just take 1 strand of silk mohair, and that makes it much easier, I would say. But yeah, I've lived in these socks as well. One of them already has a hole. I have to darn. Yeah, but that's to expected because it's only wool and 1 strand of silk mohair. So, and we have wooden floors here. So, and yeah, my socks are getting holes really quickly. And yeah, I just have to learn to darn my socks more frequently, so the holes will not get this big, and then it's difficult to save them, I think, because my feet are so much warmer when I wear socks that are non-superwash. So yes, I think I have to learn to like it. Because I think it's really boring, but if you do it frequently and when the holes are not so big, it doesn't take that long time to darn them. So yes, yes, that was my 2 finished objects. I have 1 more finished object, but that is in Germany. It's a second puff tee I made for my little sister. And it was her birthday / Christmas gift, because she had her birthday in December, and so I made her the puff tee for her birthday and Christmas. And I finished it now when I was in Germany, and yeah, I can maybe insert some pictured, but it was in a beige silk mohair, and yeah, she's happy about it, and that it's nice. Yes, so as you can hear, I have done a lot of knitting. When I was in Germany, it was nice to have my sisters around and the other children, and Saga could play with them, and yeah, it was so nice seeing them all. It has been a long time. I've seen them not since we moved back to Sweden in September last year. So that was really good for my heart, for my soul to see my family, because yeah, you never know how things develop and if it's gonna be harder to travel, or yeah, we don't know. We just can hope that things get better soon, and it will be easier to see our loved ones. Yes, but one more thing I want to tell you is that we are moving again. Now we are moving soon, in early June probably, to a house and with a garden, and I'm really excited about that, because that means we can finally start growing our own vegetables, and I'm so excited about it. I'm looking so much forward to it, and I have started to grow some seeds, some basil and sunflowers, and yeah, they're here beside me in the window. And yeah, so I'm preparing lots of little plants now, so they can only plant them outside once we have prepared the garden a little bit. And maybe we can, maybe not this year, but maybe next year we can have some chickens as well. And yeah, it's sad to leave this place, because I really like this little house, but it's too small for us, and we don't have a garden, and I really want that. So I'm happy that we found something that we can stay as long as we want, because this is a house that our neighbors want to rent out to Airbnb guests in summer, and so it's not for long time living. And in winter it was really cold sometimes, because it's not made to live in winter. It was okay, but it's not perfect. So now we found a little house in the country near the lake, and it's really nice, and there we can stay, and as long as we want, and save money to buy something of our own in the future. So yeah, I'm really happy, and I will surely talk and show you more about it once we have moved. And yeah, but that will be in June probably. Yes, what more can I have some works in progresses. Let me show you the first one. I have casted on a little dress for Saga in is this the right side? Yeah, you can see that much. It's in Rauma Finul, in this really gray pink color, and yeah, it will be a light dress. And I don't know, I realized yesterday that once I will finish this, it will probably be quite warm already, and then she doesn't need a woolen dress. And so I think I will pause this project a little bit, or just knit it. I think I will take the whole summer to knit this dress, so she can have it in the autumn. So it will be finished to the autumn. So I will not stress with this dress. And I knitted a bigger size, so she can have it up to 2 years old. And so yeah. And then I took up a knitting project again. I started last year and I never finished. I think I started last autumn or last late in the summer, and then I realized, okay, no, that's now it's gonna be winter and I don't need a tee or a top, what do you call it, in winter. So this is called the Retro Knappetop. I don't know if there's English name. It's from a Danish designer, and it's a linen. Yeah, really easy, and yeah, I have continued knitting, and the yarn is Thin Linne by Sandnes yarn, and I don't know really why it's called Thin Linne. It means thin linen, because the blend is 53% cotton, 43% viscose, and 14% linen. So I think it's a little bit strange. It's called linen yarn because it's not much linen in it, but yeah, what do I know? But I think it's gonna be really nice to have something. I have never knitted something for the summer before, so yeah, and I really like knitting with this yarn. Yeah, maybe I will knit something more for the summer after that. We'll see. Because I have a lot of projects going on right now. My mother-in-law had her 50th birthday a couple of months ago, and me and Lucas decided to knit her a sweater. Yeah, you're right. Me and Lucas decided to knit her a sweater. So we decided that I would knit the difficult parts and he would knit the easy parts. And I've ordered yarn. She wants the Lovage. She could decide freely what knit and sweater she wanted, and she decided she wanted the Lovage sweater by Marie Modern. My mom had knitted the sweater, and she saw it on her and she fell in love and she wants the sweater. So we decided I will knit because it has colorway up here, and then it's just plain stockinette for the sleeves and for the body. So I will knit the colorway, of course, and he will knit the body and the sleeves in stockinette. So we'll see how that goes. I said to him, we can only do it if you really will knit as well. And yeah, I told you last time that he is knitting. He wants to knit his own, or help me knit his Aftonsol sweater. Yeah, and we haven't come so far. He has maybe knitted 2 or 3 rows. If you can see, nothing has happened. I knitted some rows, but yeah, I really have to get him going so he can train. Yeah, his rows to get them a little bit more even, because maybe you can see here. It's hard to see, but there are some rows that became really big. You can see it better on the other side here. And yeah, it's not so even yet. So I think, as I said to me, you can train on your own sweater. So when you go on to your mom's, it looks better. So yeah, but we decided that I would start because I think it's bottom up sweater, but we decided that we would reverse it, that I'm starting top down and we will make the yoke first, so he can continue knitting on his own sweater first and train a little bit more, and then once I'm finished with the yoke, he can continue. So we will see how that goes. Yeah, even if it takes a year, it's okay. She said it's okay if it takes a long time. So you'll see. Yes, that was all of my works in progress. I have one more, but it's a little bit secret. I will tell you more about it in the next episode. But I can say it's a new design in nutiden yarn. So I'm really excited about that. Yes, let's go on to carving. I have 3 custom orders that I wanted to show you that they're almost finished. And the first one is this one. Maybe you can see what it is. I don't know what it's called in English. It's called ripa in Swedish, and yeah, it's in his or her winter coat. And yeah, so that's one custom order. It's almost done. Unfortunately, I forgot all my oil paint when I was in Germany, and my mom has sent it already, and I hope it comes really quickly so I can finish all of them, because right now I don't have my paints. Yeah. And then the next one is this owl. It's an eagle owl. See the back side. I think I will make some more details, but it's almost done. And that's carved in tuya. It's related to juniper. Smells really good. Little face. Yeah. And the last one is a really special one. Maybe you know that I'm sometimes get a custom order that is someone's dog. I think I have made 4 or 5 dogs so far, and this is also one. And it's an English bulldog. And I can tell you, it was a challenge to make this one. It was not easy. But I think I'm quite happy how he turned out. He's almost finished. I have to make some more small details on the legs, but otherwise he's done. This one is carved in birch. Yes, so really fun, but one of my most challenging projects I have had, I think. Yeah. So that was the 3 custom orders. Yeah, I wanted to talk about. I'm right now, or when they are finished, I will start working on a shop update that will hopefully be in early June, and I think I will make 4 nostepins and some spoons as well, and then I will make some shrink pots as well. I don't know what a shrink pot is. It looks like this. I've made this a couple of years ago. And you take a fresh piece of wood from a stem, see, and you carve it out, so you make it hollow, and then you put in a bottom of dry birch. So this one has to be fresh, and then you put in a dried piece of wood for the bottom, and then you let it dry, and it shrinks together and makes it really tight. And yeah, I think I got this almost waterproof, so no water will zip out, I think. Yeah. I think I will make 1 or 2 of these. I have already started. And one, maybe I can show it to you. Hang on, I will get it. So here it is. I had it in the water because it was got a little bit too dry. We sat outside around the fire yesterday celebrating Walborg, or Beltane, and with our friends, and yeah, I was carving all the time, and I think the fire was a bit too warm, so it dried up. So I had it soaked in water now the whole day. So yeah, I will make it a little bit thinner still, but yeah. So once I'm done make this, I will make how do we call it, arena. I will put the word here, I don't know it in English. Yeah, but and then you carve the bottom and dried wood, and then you put it in, and then you let it dry, and that makes it really tight. And you have to be really careful not to make the bottom too big, because when it's too big, when it dries together around the bottom, it will crack, and then yeah, that you don't want it. So, and yeah, I think I will make 1 or 2 of these for the shop update, and then I will also have 2 custom orders again in the shop. I gave it a lot of questions if I take custom orders right now, and I would like to take on every custom order, but I don't have so much time, and I feel right now that I want to carve some own ideas. Sometimes I have the need to just carve what I want, and yeah, because it's when you carve a custom order, you have this picture already in your head, and the wood has to become this thing. And when I carve freely, I can choose. I can start on a piece, and it turns into a hare, or turns into a fox or an owl. And sometimes it's really nice to carve this way, because I can let my creativity flow, and I need that sometimes. So, but I will have take some custom orders there will be some custom orders in the shop once I have the shop update, just to let you know. Yes, is there something more I wanted to talk about? Yeah, something important is, my Warshaw already. The pattern is now finally finished, or my test knitter have finished test knitting, and the shawl pattern will be released on Monday, on my birthday. So yeah, it will be released in my Etsy shop and in my Ravelry store, and yeah, Warshaw. And yeah, the yarn I used is from Woolen Twine. I used 2 skeins, and Jule from Woolen Twine, she has dyed up this specific yarn. It's a BFL Masham mix, and she has new skeins in her shop. So if you want to knit, and I think she has dyed up skeins in this color called Eucalyptus. And yeah, go check her out if you want to knit this shawl. But I think also nutiden yarn could work perfectly for this shawl. I would really like to see some Warshaw's in knitted up in nutiden, but I'm really curious how that would look. Yes. So yeah, 3rd of May I will release the pattern for the Warshaw. And talking about releases and nutiden yarn, if you don't know, the concept of nutiden yarn is they have a new collection every 3rd month, I think, or every 2nd, no, every 3rd month, no, every 2nd month it has to be, because they had the previous collection was in April and now it's in May, and they will release the new collection to the public on the 16th of May, and they ship worldwide, everywhere, and the new colors, I can tell you, are really, really beautiful. I think there's a really beautiful yellow and a really beautiful berry red, and some really beautiful light green, and then a really light yellow, inspired by the yellow butterflies called citronfjäril here in Sweden. They're the first butterflies coming out in spring, and yeah, go check them out. They're really beautiful. The new collection is really, really beautiful, and yeah, it will be open, or yeah, for the public. It will sell on the 16th of May, and yeah, I just will warn you that they sell out really, really quickly. So if you want to get your hands on some nutiden yarn, you have to be really quick. Just to warn you. Yes, I think that was everything for this episode. It was really nice talking to you, and yeah, let me know what you think, and give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and yeah, I see you next time. Bye.